I think it's a good time to you got some beef with Spider-Man these days.
You do?
Like the person? Or
Yeah. Peter Parker himself? Are you calling him out?
Yeah.
Throw down.
Oh, God. Do we really want to get into this?
Yes.
Funny, dude.
Tell us.
Otherwise, I'd just be telling you about the new Left 4 Dead level I played and all this other stuff.
Oh, no one cares about that.
Game.
I care about
Spider-Man.
Ryan's fight with Spider-Man.
We don't need to hear
it
about
evil Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Beef. What's up with Spider-Man, dude? What the fuck did they do to him this week?
All right. Well, I was just telling Sean about this dumbass storyline I've been hearing about in the current Spider-Man comic.
Which comic?
I don't know. There's like Amazing Spider-Man and
Stupendous.
Awesome Spider-Man.
This
and
matters.
Ultimate
completely
Spider-Man.
retarded Spider-Man. I don't
Slightly dickish Spider-Man.
But so there's some huge storyline going on right now that I guess the ending was apparently leaked, where Spider-Man's Aunt May gets shot and she gets rushed to the hospital, and he doesn't want her to die, so he makes a deal with the devil.
The devil?
You
mean like Satan?
With I don't know
Mephisto.
some
Beelzebub?
He's a real character in the Marvel universe.
Mephisto.
Yeah.
Oh, he makes a deal. Okay.
And so the devil agrees to bring his old Aunt May back to life, making sure she doesn't die or whatever. But they alter reality so that Spider-Man never met Mary Jane and got married.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
so this is
So-
how they're retconning?
Yeah. So okay, okay. Well, like I said, this is a huge spoiler for 2 issues that have not come out now. So
Wait, did
sorry,
you say
Marvel
that?
fans.
I don't think you
I
did
think
say
I
that.
said that after the fact.
No, I said before I launched to it that it got leaked. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
you would assume.
That shit is so sad.
but
It's so
it's
Wait,
just
what is
funny.
I don't understand. What's the point of doing that? Like, why would they do that?
Well, I mean, they're basically like dialing Spider-Man back to like where he was, whenever.
I think a lot of people complained that when he married Mary Jane, that was when it jumped the shark or whatever. So like, well, let's undo that so it no
there's-
longer jumped the shark.
There's enough like
I don't know.
Shark's been
Doesn't work
jumped.
like that.
if
like
enough,
comic
Jump back
book
over the
stories
other way.
going in circles. It's just stupid.
I actually want to read about like Spider-Man in married life. That sounds a lot cooler than like the sort of puppy love storylines. I want to see Spider-Man
That'd be cool.
come home from work and his wife is like, can't you ever do a single fucking dish? in
Right.
this house?
He comes home, he's taking off his mask, and she's
Yeah.
sitting there like all resentful of him. Like, sorry, I was just trying to take down Green Goblin. You know, got important things to do.
Great power, great responsibility.
Oh, that's
I told you
great.
that.
Well, meanwhile,
You know,
Yeah.
the lawn could have used some of your amazing superpowers.
There was some statue.
Tebow's on the fritz again.
I was showing Sean this some awful statue that they made of like Mary Jane like bending over doing Spider-Man's laundry or something.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Is that you?
the problem though is that after you told that story, no one stopped to say, okay, the devil says, Spider-Man, you can have your grandma, but I don't want you in this relationship. Spider-Man is like, when is the fucking Mephisto Dr. Phil?
That's not
Okay, but no, if you get enough neck-bearded, grotesque man babies and birth defects to basically scream like he can't be married, and I don't understand this. There was once a time where you could paint with the with broad strokes and say, well, people who read Spider-Man don't want Spider-Man married because they ain't married and they can't relate. But ever since the advent of Yahoo Personals, I believe that 90% of Spider-Man readers are now married. Not happily. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's why the devil came in.
But here's what I don't understand. I quit reading comic books many, many years ago now, but for a long, long stretch, including in my adulthood, I was reading them. I was buying superhero comics every Wednesday. And hearing the story from Ryan after being out of the universe long enough that I don't know what the fuck's going on with any of these people anymore. Like, why? Like, they're always retconning. Everything's been turned around 800 times now. So why is another new one even a controversy? Isn't it at this point like it just assumed that they're going to fuck with it all the time?
If they do something unpopular, they're going to undo it. That's how it works.
Oh, this guy who's dead is old. Like, isn't Hal Jordan alive again now?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
See, he was dead last time I read it. Now he's alive.
The story.
Why can't they just come up with new comic book
I'm
characters?
sorry, go ahead.
I don't
No, you
understand
didn't.
that.
That's wrong.
Why does it got to be Spider-Man all the fucking time? Why can't it be somebody else?
Sean?
I lost mine.
Come on in.
I'm sorry.
Bring it back.
It's all good. Go on.
Oh no,
Dude.
Oh, there's a sad moment on the podcast.
Sean's giving me a guilt trip right now.
No, I've been trying to get something in for the past 20 minutes. It's all good.
Man, you never get to talk on this podcast.
But I got a good one.
Do you still remember
it.
it, or are you just
I
sulking
forget it
now?
now. No.
All right.
moment's passed.
All right, the moment's
right.
passed.
It was a tie-in.
apologize.
It was a tie-in with soap operas.
Soap opera.
So you're just
Well,
gonna
yeah, there
fucking
you go.
hint
He's gonna
at
hint
it
at it.
now?
Right, now we can just make it. We can deduct what you were going to say.
Yeah.
That they
It
just
should be
totally
easy.
that you could watch and you could leave a soap opera for 6 years and come back. It's either the same plot line or the plot lines are
No.
See, I'm baiting you into saying what you were going to say. So your point was what then?
Just that. No, it's like if you have to tell. I don't envy the people that write those stories because if you have to tell the same story basically for 30, 40 years, Spider-Man's been around at least like 35 years. You get into the same problem as a soap opera. Season 1, like dude gets a girlfriend. Season 2, like bitch gets married. Season 3, asshole gets divorced. Season 4, someone's reincarnated. The devil comes in and the zombies attack. You know, it's like in the soap operas, like if you go in at any one moment, you have these assumptions and you think it's going to be a bunch of people like crying or kissing once in a while and like some old stepmom coming in and yelling at someone and then her making out with stepdad. But then now and then you flip through the channels and there's like a ghost or some kind of shit on there.
Yeah,
and that's the same. That's the same
Right, 'cause-
thing. That's why that's when the devil comes in to tell Spider-Man who he's supposed to be tapping and who he's not.
This is why I think the British TV is better than American TV because they're much more inclined to like take an idea, a storyline, and end it after. They'll just do like, we're going to make the show be 6 episodes. That way the thing just stays pure. They tell a story, they get in, they get out. Whereas with American TV, because they want to keep it on year after year, the just as it relates to a running comic book or a running soap opera, even if just like a 6 or 7 season TV series, you're going to run out of ideas. You're going to run out of what made this thing great in the first place, and then you're going to start adding the ghosts or the reincarnation, or actually he wasn't really dead. Or
Well, it's got to be impossible for like a TV writer to like know the beginning of their story and like the end of their story, and not how long they're going to be forced to drag that out.
Because in most cases, there's like 40 writers too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're seeing it on Heroes already in the second season.
But
Is mid shark jump.
I mean, in America, we don't stop anything that has any money-making potential. We don't close down the ATM. It's like, do you really think there's not going to be another Star Wars movie? Give me a fucking break. You know? If there's money to be made, there will be one.
Oh, it was so part of the
You know?
PR plan to say there isn't going to be one.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
like,
Yeah.
spring it on them. Oh, look, I changed my mind again. Aren't I awesome?
They'll make that stuff until people stop showing up.
Well, it's like with comics and stuff. It's like monthly, serialized storytelling, but
Well, they are so
nothing ever
obvious.
moves forward.
We
And
treat
it
our
can't.
How about these characters die and you make new characters, and that's
But
you
they
know.
can't do that, right? I mean, they can't make them die because it's what Robert's saying. It's
they got
it's
comics
the
and
money
games
tree.
People
to
we get
sell.
used to the new characters.
We treat our entertainment media the same way we treat our environment.
Wow.
That was heavy.
That is
Deep
You
thought.
keep
kinda
going. There's
nerdy.
another dollar there. You keep going. Doesn't matter how bad it gets.
Oh.
You go to the last penny.